and stuff. Now when I started doing the music, I had figured out, oh, this why. Well, let me just talk about real life situations. Let's see if people really okay. Now I see people really adapting to it. So now everything makes sense. So that like I'm gonna use NWA again, like that reality rap, like the real talk about what was really going on, that type of stuff.
For sure. So, I mean, you mentioned NWA. I gotta ask you, as far as production goes and the beats, do you prefer to like be able to sit with yourself and write to a beat, or do you like to be in the studio with like a producer or somebody that's building it around what you're kind of coming up with? Like, are you somebody
I
that cuts the
never,
references, or do you write a lot?
I usually get a beat. I feel the beat first. Like so, I spend a whole day just listening to different beats until I find the right one that I want to use. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start writing to it. And it, like once I hit a beat that I really like, it don't take long to write to it at all. But that's the biggest thing. So a lot of people actually tell me like my beat selection is like real impressive, but they don't know like that's because I'm serious about it. Like I got the beat got to be perfect. Like it
Got
is. That's a big part of the feeling of the song. That's the end. Like it ain't acapella, So
you.
it's just as important as what you're saying.
Straight up. How do you go about finding the beats? Is it just like a lot of stuff that's getting sent to you, or
Yeah,
it's
now my email full is I just go sit on my email and just go through it. Just go through ever since especially since I got my deal, is I have to delete stuff for new beats to come. That's how many it is.
it's a good problem to have.
I used to do the the YouTube, and then I found out that wasn't smart because
Yeah.
500 people across the world don't use the same beat, and
And if you a
so
hustler trying to get
don't
money,
use.
you can
I
get
ain't gonna say don't use it, but if you're really serious about your song and don't like other people with your beat, don't use YouTube.
say that. So I mean, you said the first time you went in the studio, you recorded that first record 5 times.
Yeah, 5 times.
What was the approach like when you first started? Was your thoughts like, let's get one record out? Did you like go straight to trying to put a tape together? Like, how many
No, I
records
just
did you?
wanted to. I wanted to just do a song so I could like just get people opinion on it, just to see like let's see how they react to it, just so I could just have something to, it's easy to say a lot of people coming to me right now like, oh, put me in the booth, oh, put me in the booth, just that type of stuff. But they don't really know if they can rap. They want to see if they can rap. So you need something. So you gotta at least get in the booth to find out is it really for you? Because a lot of people get in there and freeze up.
Mm-hmm. Nah, for sure. When you go to the studio, do you have like a set engineer you working with?
Yeah, Vic. Shout out to Vic. That's like that's a big piece. To, like he mastermind. We work we like this on all the songs. So it's like I can't work with other engineers, but I would prefer the one that know exactly how I like it. So I don't got to give as much instruction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's a chemistry, definitely.
yeah.
So I mean, working with him, was he there when you first started doing this, or did he come along like along the way? Was it
No,
a
actually,
struggle?
no, because the one that was with me, he always been around, but I had never worked with him. It was another one. The first one name was Joe.
Okay.
He had got a new job. He worked for ESPN now.
All right.
So that's what. So then the transition to Paul and then Vic. So it was like just transit, but it always been the same studio. I always went to the same studio.
How long you been making music for now?
Like 3 years.
All right. So you done been
Mm.
through some of the ups and downs and some
Yeah.
of the bumpy points. When did things start kind of like picking up? And I don't mean picking up like as far as like the labels hitting you and people trying to sign deals, but like when did you start feeling like people were actually appreciating the stuff that you was putting out in the city?
When I dropped my first mixtape, like in the city, it was like people was actually pulling up on me buying it. I was
Okay.
trying to give it out for free. They was actually giving me money for it. So I'm like, okay, that's a big step because I wasn't intending to make money out of it. I was just trying to get a body workout.
Get the music out. How was that put together? How many records was it?
I think 14 hardship and hard that's how I want to say 14. I can't really 14 or 15. But it
Damn,
was
that's
just
solid.
Yeah, 14 or 15. It's a lot. It wasn't just no 6, 7 now. It was a lot.
So I
It's
mean, how
the crazy thing is it got the people that did hear it, they really like they still play it like to this day. Or they I done had to give people 2 or 3 of the same CD. Like it's like they really like it. So that really showed me like this is what you're supposed to be doing.
I mean, when you put that first tape together, that's a lot of records. How long did it take between starting to make music, coming out with that first song that you kept recutting to actually having enough that you was like, let's
It
put
took me like I wouldn't say it took me a year to put it out, but it took me a year to get serious and go ahead and really make the tape.
okay,
Cause like real life, you just it just be like life happens, so like stuff just happened to slow you down, so you can't really focus. So just stuff was just coming up, and it was like kind of interfering with the music. And then I just said, let me go ahead and really just
just lock
forget
in.
everything and let me focus on this because I kept telling myself I want to be a rapper now.
Okay.
So
So I mean, in this year that you between starting music and actually taking it super serious, what was going on that you was like conflicted with actually following through? Because something had to trigger you being able to put together that many records. Like that doesn't just happen overnight. You lock
it was
in.
kind of failure, like type of doubt, kind of like, damn, what if I don't really? Cause when you look at Tampa, it's like, damn, what if I just end up like somebody else, like another person around that just tried it, or what if it don't work at all? Like so it was just that what if that kind of kept me like it kind of kept me like on the ropes a little bit, like man,
Mhm.
I don't know. I said I want it, but do I really want? Just questioning myself.
In the moment, would you say that you felt like you knew this was gonna happen at some point, or was you kind of like not sure what was gonna happen with it? Because I feel like something's
I
got to
kind
be
of
pulling
felt
you. You
like
know?
when my homeboy died, when James died, that's what really gave me that motivation to like, we need to get up out of here. We got to get up out of here. We can't be here forever because it's how to say it. If we don't learn from that, then he died for nothing
Got you.
like that.
Is
So it's like we gotta live. We gotta live for something. We gotta experience a new. We can't just all live the same. We gotta try new stuff. I feel like this what I need to try.
For sure, man. I think it's important too. Like I lost one of my best friends like 2 years ago, and
Yeah,
it really it woke up a lot. That's why I mentioned even in the beginning of the interview with James is like my friend was somebody that was wilding the fuck out. Like dude was
yeah.
just having fun, going crazy. I'm somebody that I'm just constantly hustling, constantly working, trying to stay focused. And when he
Hmm.
went, it made me question a lot because I feel like I could work my ass off for 50 years to try and be as happy as this dude was in
Hmm.
21 years of living however the
Because
fuck
it's
he
like
wanted.
even though they went early, they went satisfied. Like they
Oh
did.
yeah, like full of life, you know?
Hmm.
Was James around when you started making music?
Yep. He was around up until I had made like 2 or 3 songs.
Okay.
Yep.
So did any of those songs make the mixtape?
They actually didn't. Cause I went on like a little pause, and it was kind of like a little not a depression, but it kind of like it fucked me up because it's like my best friend. So it's
Yeah.
like damn, I ain't really want to do nothing really. So it was then I started actually talking about in the music like that type of situation and stuff. So that helped. That's why the first mixtape was called Hardships and Heartache, because I was just going through like all type of crazy shit. So
Mhm.
let's just talk about it in the song. Let's
Do
just
you,
talk about it like so it helped like life itself helped form the tape.
oh, I think you covering the mic a little bit. My fault.
Oh
Was
my bad.
the last
So
thing you said?
basically I'm saying
Mhm.
like with all the stuff that was just happening like in life and shit, that that kind of that helped make the tape like complete. It helped me. It gave me more to talk about because I just say it hit me one day. Let's just talk about some real instead of
Yeah.
trying to just Because a lot of times I write in the car, so I'm just writing shit or what I want to listen to in the car. How about let me try something new? Let's talk about some real shit that I went through today.
Yeah.
That's when the whole like. So I kind of changed the style that I rap before I really even started rapping.
So that's wild. So those records probably sound completely different than what people have heard from you.
Yeah, kind of.
What was his feedback on those records in particular? Was he telling you to evolve
Yeah,
and
he kept like he and one of my it was like a little club video we did. It was called Here Figure. He was like we did like a little single release part and everything. He was with us, but he was really like encouraging me, like, man, you need to keep rapping. Like that was one of the first people that told me I could rap.
what do you think he'd say about the mixtape? Like if he had heard the evolution following, was he somebody you think would have enjoyed like the deep music or somebody that would have been like,
Yeah,
you need to be on this
he would have
street?
definitely. Nah, he would have definitely appreciated. It was because they like he always knew like my homeboy. They told me my homeboys actually encouraged me more than anybody like to keep going on the music. So I know for a fact he'll definitely be proud of everything that's going on. So it's like it's no um there's no like I wouldn't know exactly what he would say, but it'll be something positive.
All right.
Yeah.
With this whole situation now, I know you making moves. You got like a deal. What was it like before, like right before the deal came? Where was your head at, and like how was the music moving as an independent before actually taking this and supercharging
I had took over the city. I was getting booked at clubs every weekend. Like
it?
I'm doing parties. I performed at a wedding. All type of just. I had actually just took over like slow. Like the pandemic kind of stopped everything, and I was like, damn, what the hell finna happen? Like the world, you know, like it scared everybody. Like damn.
Ain't no weddings. Oh, hello, hello. I don't know what happened, man. Just
Rig something up real quick. I guess I do it. Yeah, I do it this way. All right, it's better.
All right, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I won't keep you too much longer, man. So I'm gonna just do the intro right quick. Yup, Hip Hop Mike still hanging out with Buck Sosa. Now this man is super busy. The phone died, but we got him back for a couple minutes,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate you coming back on it and
Yeah,
chopping
yeah,
it up with
yeah. My bad about that.
me. Oh love. So I mean, it's 8:15 now, right on the East Coast. What you got
Yeah.
going on for the rest of the night? Is like every day working on his music? Are you gonna get some time to relax?
We actually ahead with the project, so I don't really have to. We planning our videos right now. So the this weekend, I say I want to shoot for this weekend. I'm shooting one video, then next weekend shoot another, and we will be ready to actually drop the whole project. Like the project finished. My new project is finished already. I actually got enough songs for almost a second one, but we just so I went so hard as soon as I got signed that I could like I just be taking it easy a little bit now. So
Uh,
like, yeah.
so I mean, yeah, I guess that's where we left off. Is like you had the city kind of under control right before this whole situation, and then from doing the weddings, from doing bookings, from performing everywhere, to I guess Corona shutting things down, but still getting signed. How does that shift everything? Like,
Yeah.
what's the mentality when the bookings slow down? Is it work on more music or?
It just for me, it was perfect for my whole situation because I'm newly into a deal, so it gave me time to work on my first project. So I was able to like not do away with my old song, but like start a new chapter basically. So this only the beginning for me because it affected a lot of people that was already like buzzing in it, like with the word. So now for me, like the way that's gonna be is we adapted to the whole situation. So whatever the new plan of how we're gonna roll out, new marketing and everything, we're gonna figure out a new way based on adapting to how Corona work. So it's
All right.
we're gonna figure out a new way. We ain't really affected as much because they didn't. Nothing stopped this. Everything started during the stop while the world was
Yeah.
stopped. Yeah.
Which is interesting. I mean, you say we gonna find a new way. What's we? Who's the team now, and how is it
We the
kind of changed
team,
the label?
the label, management, me, there's a collective, the teamwork, that's how everything happened.
Is the pressure evenly distributed, or do you feel like a lot of the pressure is on your shoulders to deliver? Because I know there's a lot of
The
people that have
pressure always gonna be on me because I'm the artist and I'm the 300 already made the label. So this is they already made their name. I have to impress them basically. So I'm the one that's new to all of this, everything new. So the most pressure on, I ain't nervous about it. I'm ready for it.
It seems like you've been ready for a while, man, and it's about to be a situation you get the opportunity to shine.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So what's next to come after this quarantine situation? I mean, you said Tampa's pretty much open, but obviously like traveling is still a little bit strict. Are you planning to do some of
Yeah,
that?
I still haven't even went to 300 building. Nothing. It's a lot on the list for me to do as far as because I got a new project coming out and we're gonna promote that everywhere. So I'm gonna be everywhere promoting it. So
All right.
there's gonna be a lot of traveling when I come to New York. I gotta make sure I come hit you up. So
Please.
we definitely gonna. You ain't seen the last of Buck Sosa, trust me.
All right. Well, listen, I mean, for the people watching, I was just telling Buck Sosa I was making wheat pizza right before this interview. So if you come to New York, I don't know if you fuck with the pizza, but I definitely got your back, bro.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
For sure. All right. How can people keep up with you, man? And where can they find all the music?
On all my social media is Buck_Sosa. Search Buck Sosa on all streaming platforms. A new project on the way is called The Influence. We ain't got a set date yet, but it's gonna be a classic.
All right. The
Yeah.
Influence too. Great name.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time today, man. Make sure you're being
No
safe
problem.
out there. And let's definitely connect when you come to New York.
All right, that's too bad.
All right.
Appreciate you having me.
Much love,
Yeah.
man. Congrats on the deal.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
talk soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Love.